Hey everybody, welcome to Beyond the Bell. I'm Andrew Zarian. I'm joined by Rich Stambolian. How you doing, Rich?
I'm doing extremely well. Are we live, or is this one of those situations where we think we're live and we're not live and we got to
No.
restart the show? Because I don't see us on YouTube.
You don't see us on YouTube.
I
I
don't
see
see
us
us
on
on
YouTube.
YouTube. Do you really?
Oh,
Okay,
no.
I refreshed the page.
Nope,
and
I do not see us. Nope.
There we go.
are.
Okay,
Okay,
oh,
thank
we're back.
God.
We're there. All right, this is one of those things where it actually did work. Fantastic.
Yeah, 10 minutes late.
I wouldn't say we're
10
on a
minutes late.
shipping. I wouldn't say we're on a sinking ship production wise, but there's definitely a couple of leaks at the bottom of whatever boat we're in.
Dude, we're on the fucking Titanic. And MG, our captain, our producer here,
he's fucking
playing
iceberg.
the violin somehow. He's not even trying to fix it. He's just playing the violin as we're going down.
He's the iceberg that we see coming and can't fucking avoid it.
He is the iceberg that we see coming. Guys, this show's all about professional wrestling, live on Fightful every Tuesday, 10:30 Eastern. I'm still working with a broken studio here. Things went bad so quickly, but we have a Band-Aid solution. This is a Band-Aid. I'm getting this thing working with a stupid Rode. What is this thing called? The Rodecaster? The Rodecaster Pro? This stupid board. For you guys, it's perfectly fine. I'm a radio expert. I need the expensive stuff, okay? You guys could use it. It's perfectly fine for you guys. This drives me nuts because nothing is standard on these things. Everything is half-assed.
There goes our Rode sponsorship. Yeah.
There goes our Rode sponsorship. By the way, great boards and great microphones. But a lot of wrestling to talk about. We got a snowstorm here. How'd you do, Rich?
I did okay. My wife and I got a room in the city because, long story short, she had to go to a thing for work and then be at work early the next day on Sunday, right? And also be at work early on Monday. So we got a room for a couple of nights, right? We got a room.
Oh, where'd you stay? In Midtown?
No, we stayed in Fidei, right across the street from the Trinity Church. It was a beautiful, beautiful hotel. It was great. And we got a great rate and everything. That Sunday, I was like, I think I should go home, because they announced the travel ban, all this shit was happening. So Sunday night, as I was texting the group, I was like, I'm headed home right now. And it was
I didn't understand where you were or what you were doing. Like, I thought you were just in the city.
No, we were there. I had like luggage with me and everything. And I was like, I'm headed home. So Sunday night kind of sucked because it was just like snow, snow everywhere. It's usually like a 10-minute walk from the train. It took me like almost a half an hour to get home, But yeah, and then yesterday I shoveled and it started to melt and that's it. The car I should be able to get out today. So I'm not too bad. How about you?
I did the whole driveway. I did everything. It was nice though. I like the days off. My kids are still home because Catholic school.
That's right. They closed with 1 inch of snow.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
I remember when I went to Holy Cross. It's legit. If it was over 1 inch of snow, they would close the school. They'd say,
"Where'd you go to elementary? Did you go to Catholic or public?"
I went to public. I went to PS32.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I went to public.
I'm a public school kid through and through, but I should have gone to Catholic school.
Yeah, it was fine.
It would have been better. It would have been much better for me. I would have ended up probably a much better person.
Did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy high school. So, there's that whole thing.
And you are one of the most fucking charming and liked people I've ever met in my life.
Thank you very much.
No matter what circle we're in, this is a gift that Rich has, and I'm gonna kind of talk about it. It doesn't matter who's in the room, okay? It doesn't matter. He is so effing charming that one day I will tell the story of At the Garden. One day.
Oh yeah, the day that my life could have forked.
Your life could have forked. Listen, I love the life that you have, but I would have loved to just get visions of what that life could have been.
What if I turned around to you that night and was like, "Yo, Andrew, I got the digits. Let's go."
Oh my God, like Tracy Morgan?
Straight up, just turned into Tracy. I was so charming, I turned into Tracy Morgan.
Dude, this fucking guy was so charming in front of us and a couple hundred people all of a sudden you just started turning into Tracy Morgan. But you know what Tracy Morgan you turned into? The one from SNL where he was like a Steve Irvin. What was his name? Steve Irvin?
Brian Fellows.
Yeah, Brian Fellows. Yeah, you turned into Brian Fellows.
That bird took my credit card.
You know,
great.
that is like in the back of my head. That's one of the favorite things.
Oh yeah,
Tracy Morgan. Yeah.
Thank you for the compliments, by the way. That makes me feel really good.
You are one of the, and for you not to like high school. Like I always I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You know.
It fucking sucked. That, you know, like it's very like when something I don't like happens, I will very much tell you, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate the compliments. It was nice. Saturday night, I felt the charm. We were to an after party after the show that we went to see, and it was just, I was talking to all the producers, like all this stuff. I had no idea who anybody was, and this one guy's like, "Oh, what'd you think?" I was like, "I didn't like that first number, blah blah blah." He goes, "Oh, you know, I'm one of the producers on the show," and I was like, "Well, let me tell you, like, I'm not taking back what I said, but blah, 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 this and that." It was fun, you know. It was a good time. I appreciate the compliments. Thank you. You want to talk about wrestling?
No. Let's talk about some wrestling. A lot of wrestling. Happening. Monday Night Raw last night. There was a pay-per-view. No, I just want to fucking talk to you. That's it.
All right.
That's all I want to
do. That.
This is the wrestling is secondary for me. I just want to hang out and talk shit.
Let's do that. I think the Fightful people would appreciate that.
Can I tell you a little secret? I may be going somewhere after this.
Oh yeah? Where at?
Have it. I would love a martini. I'm just saying.
Oh, you going to Sardi's?
No. I'm staying local.
Oh, okay.
My other martini spot.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny because as soon as you said that, I was like, "Oh, Diana doesn't work there anymore."
I know. You know what's funny? I just spoke to her this morning. No,
yeah?
another favorite. I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
Let's go into it. Let's go into this. Monday Night Raw last night. The big story was AJ Styles, his retirement, his, I guess, honoring him. That was a big story. They brought all of his opponents from the past and partners, I guess. Because him and Omos, they were partners, right?
Yes. Yes, that's right.
What did they call that bonkers team?
I forgot. I think they did have like an interesting name, right?
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
It was fun. It was a weird, like, did you get weird TNA nostalgia?
I never really liked TNA.
Okay. See, there were pockets of TNA that I really enjoyed. Yeah.
Well, yeah, tell me. Like, you know what I did like? I liked the early days of TNA. I really did. Like, even the bad WCW ripoff days of TNA. I watched all of that. I watched probably like up to Joe and Angle. And then after that, I just stopped.
Yeah, you know, like the timeline in my head is fuzzy, but there were pockets of TNA that I really enjoyed, like the AJ stuff, all the X Division stuff, the Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle stuff, the Ken Anderson stuff, Shark Boy doing his thing, Fortune, and then like when Hogan was around, that's kind of when I like started tuning out of it, you know, and like, but even though they had aces and eights, the AJ stuff is fascinating because number one, you know, Zarian showed up, great, that's kind of a no-brainer, but them having Abyss come out of a closet, I never saw that coming. That was not on my wrestling bingo card. And you know, Chris Park,
you know, how sad is it? We never saw that. We never saw him in WWE.
Never saw it. And this is, I put out a tweet yesterday, which was, and I feel like you'd agree with me, I always considered him, he could be like the fourth brother in that trio of Mankind, Kane, and The Undertaker.
Well, that would have been perfect. You know, it's so goofy, right? Like the Kane, and you know, what would he call Paul? He goes, Uncle Paul. What would he call him? Uncle Paul, right?
Yeah.
You know, you could have done the third brother. You know, like you could have done the third brother very easily.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, you know, they had given him an offer to be an opponent for Undertaker, and he didn't want to go because he was, you know, big fish in a small pond works a lot better for him than a regular fish in a gigantic pond that you have to swim upstream.
Yeah.
I would have loved them to do that where they're like, "Hey, by the way, he wasn't the only one burnt in the fire. Do you remember your brother, whatever the fuck they'll call him, you know?"
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think they would have changed his name?
I don't know. Kane and I mean, one is named The Undertaker, obviously. So
Right,
that's
exactly. He's
ridiculous.
just
Kane's the
Undertaker.
only one with like a normal name.
Yeah.
I guess normal, right? Relatively biblical. It is a biblical name,
Biblical.
right?
Would Dave call him Abel instead of like Abyss?
Oh, dude, he could have been Abel. Undertaker, Kane, and Abel.
Yeah, it would have been awesome. You know, that's good fantasy
man.
booking right there. And
That is great fantasy booking.
So what year? Let's play this game a little bit. Now, what year would you have brought him in? Because he was Abyss in what, like early, like 2000s, right? Let's say 2004 to 2010.
When did he go to TNA? Let me think. Let's see. I think it was 2002. He was there. He was there in 2002 because in 2004 was the big program with AJ Styles, right? That was the big which I like that a lot. That's when I kind of left. Dude, I left like 2005.
Okay.
Was that the first Jeff Hardy run? It might have been. It might have been that when I was like kind of like checked out. Like I loved Monty Brown. Like I thought he was great.
Yeah.
But 2000, I guess they would have probably brought him in. He was already getting big around there. Probably, like, I would say around the Dr. Stevie stuff.
Okay. Abyss was brought back in as the Monster Abyss in 2003.
Yeah, so he came in 2002 for a short period of time. Then he was there in 2003. He feuded with Raven, right? You had the great stuff with Raven.
AJ Styles, big feud in 2004.
Yeah.
So at that point, was Undertaker...
2004, Undertaker came back as the Dead Man.
He was the Dead Man, okay.
It was WrestleMania 2004. He came back as the Dead Man.
He wasn't ABA Undertaker.
He wasn't. No. He wasn't that.
I can't believe he showed up as American Badass yesterday.
Well, that's all he's doing. The Undertaker gimmick is dead. He's just American Badass.
Which is hysterical. Yeah, so I feel like he would have fit in so perfectly if, like, you know, you brought in the Dead Man's back, you have Kane as the Devil's favorite demon at that point, and then why not add the third man to the mix, Abyss?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
I think that would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But they brought everybody out. You had Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, Michin, because they were like the new Bullet Club, right?
Yeah.
Tama Tonga Loa, because they're Bullet Club, Frankie Kazarian, Abyss, Petey Williams, which was nice to see, Jeremy Borash, Omos, Finn Balor, Undertaker, and Cody Rhodes.
Isn't it fascinating? They did a little Bullet Club thing when they showed Anderson and Gallows.
Yeah,
right?
Mitch came and they two-sweeted, yeah. And
they were dapping up like Tonga and Tama, right?
Yeah.
What I always find interesting is WWE will never pull the trigger on Finn Balor's association with Bullet Club. You know, like you got it once. I
don't know why. Yeah.
You got it once in a backstage segment years ago, but nothing like him showing up and being like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Remember what we did?"
Yeah.
Apparently, guys, Air Paris was there too. They just wasn't on camera.
Air Paris was there. Well,
his first tag partner.
I can't believe that. Is AJ the last of the full-time WCW guys? Because he kind of counts.
Oh, he does count.
That's a great question.
Is he
in WWE?
Last
like
full-time WCW. Yeah, last in
Chris
general,
Jericho,
but not full-time.
He has been around, right?
Well, how about this? I thought about this question yesterday. Is he the last of that old guard of Southern wrestling?
Yeah, I don't know. I think what he is. He's the last of the, like, that war period, right? Like, he's the last of those holdouts that never went there. He went there eventually, obviously, in 2016, but that took far longer. Like, that was a bizarre period because as somebody that was so talented and he was so popular, really popular, even if you hated TNA, everybody appreciated how good he was.
Right.
TNA. Like he was throughout all the crap. Like you could always say like, oh, they were always a WCW copy. It was always about Jeff Jarrett. The main event picture was always a disaster. It was funky booking. You could say all of it, but nobody could say anything about the style of matches that AJ was having. The only negative was always, this guy's not going to have a long career, and he did. He had a exceptionally long career with minimal injuries, barely anything.
And fantastic matches. Look, he was a 3-time NWA champion, right? And that's when the NWA belt was defended on TNA in the early days, right? 2-time TNA champ. So that's a 5-time world champ right there. What is WWE champ twice? So listen, this guy's got friggin' accolades. Now the question is, after the Hall of Fame stuff, does he show up somewhere else?
I don't know. Would they do this if he is going to go somewhere else?
Right.
That's my question. Will they do this if he is going somewhere else? Will he wrestle at WrestleMania? Or is he fully retired?
Honestly, I really thought the way Undertaker started his little speech yesterday, I thought he was going to be like, how about me and you one more time at WrestleMania?
Well, because they never really had a match, right?
It was the film match.
Let me see. Put this up on the screen, MJ. All of a sudden, she's cocky again. She's arrogant again. Her person did the halftime show, and all of a sudden, she's being cocky again.
I went to the city, and Andrew was too scared to fight me.
MJ, did you not hear me? Where are you? Can you put her on the screen?
I think MG's having an episode today.
He is having an episode. Yeah.
I think you're having the vapors today, sir.
Yeah. Issa messages me on Friday or Thursday night. I'm sick all week last week, okay? All week last week. She's like, I'm in the city. Come meet me. Essentially something like that. I would have loved nothing more to come see her. I was dying sick.
Yeah,
dying.
It sucks, man. You feeling better now?
And then, oh my God, a million times. I actually got better like on Saturday. That was like the first day I felt so much better. I was worried it was turning into pneumonia.
Oh boy, that's terrifying.
And ammonia. I was worried it was turning into ammonia, which is terrible.
Because you've just been drinking ammonia.
I've just been drinking ammonia. Yeah, she was. Where was she? She was in Stanford. She was somewhere. She got invited to some WWE interview thing.
Oh, very cool.
Where the hell's my invite, Chris? Does Chris think I'm not going to show up?
Well, look at that. You're getting love on your ECW sign.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah,
it
was
the
2K thing she went to. Yeah, it was awesome. Please tell me when you're here again, because I really, out of, I have my favorites in wrestling. I have a lot of my favorites. She's one of them. Top 10.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Top 5. Top 5. Top 5 for sure. But yeah, she was at the 2K thing that they were doing. I'm glad to see Sean was there, I think, too. A lot of people were
cool.
there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. All right, let's talk about this. So, what do you think they're going to do with this? He's obviously going in the Hall of Fame. Are they going to have him wrestle? Yeah. And will he go somewhere else? I can tell you, if AEW could have him, they're going to take him. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
If he accepts an offer from Tony, it's not about Tony giving him an offer. It's about him wanting to do this. Does he want to do this? I don't know.
Right. It's exactly. Does he want to do this? And also, as a fan, you kind of want to see it happen because this guy is a straight up champ every place he goes. Don't you want to see him with the AEW World Title?
Oh, dude, no question about it. It's made for him. You know what I mean? Like, forget about the age shit, okay? I'm over the age conversation. I totally am over the age conversation because I will tell you why. I've always felt this. I never like a super young babyface. Okay? I never like it.
Right. Okay.
It doesn't work for me because I like grit on the guys. Like, I get it. There are exceptions to the rule, okay? Total exceptions to the rule. I I don't know what they're going to do with him. You know what? A Trick Williams. I would like. How old is Trick?
Early 20. Javon Evans is 21, I think.
Let's see. Javon Evans is 21. Trick Williams is 31. Actually, he's older. But out of those 20, when you're like 21 years old, 22 years old, I have a hard time with it. Unless you're Brock Lesnar.
Or Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, too. You're an exception to the rule. But
or The Rock.
But remember, he was a heel.
Right. Well,
it's much easier to be a young heel, a piece of shit heel being your world champion than a super young 20-year-old babyface.
Right.
It just, for me, this is me, okay? I've even when I was in my 20s, I had a difficult time connecting to it. Now that I'm older, in my 40s, I'm like, 40 is not old.
Right. Now, especially in like wrestling age, 40 isn't old at all.
Not anymore. No, not anymore. What now?
These guys take care of themselves.
Were we disillusioned by this like, well, a 40-year-old can't hold it? That's the Vince thing, right? Like you turn 38 and the conversation was, hey, we need to take the title off of you. We need to figure out who's next. Hogan was 38 years old when they were 36 when they were talking about pulling it because he's getting too old. That is a bizarre mentality. If somebody is over and if something is working, why would you cut them at the legs? AJ Styles is a great example. He didn't go to WWE till he was in his 40s.
Right.
Was he 40 when he went there?
No, he was
in his like
10 years. So
38.
Okay.
He's born in 77. Nobody ever once said, well, AJ's too old. He's almost 50 years old. Would you be against him holding the world championship? I don't think anybody would be against that. I don't think you may be against it for creative reasons, but nobody is going to say AJ Styles is too old at 48 years old to be world champion.
Right. Well, I mean, wasn't Jericho world champ at close to 50 also in AEW?
How old is Chris Jericho? Let's see.
I think Jericho's like 53, right?
55. So he was 49 years old when he won the AEW world title.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect example.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Forget about booking. It worked. Like Hogan, I never felt like Ric Flair holding the title or Hogan holding the title. He's too old. I'm like, he's the biggest name in the world.
Exactly.
And AJ Styles is a huge name in wrestling, and it's a guy that wrestles at such a high caliber where, they're not falling apart. Listen, Jeff Hardy's a great example, right?
Yeah.
Jeff is hurt. I could understand deciding not to put a title on him. Forget about everything else, right? He's hurt. He's banged up. As long as you could go, that's totally fine. It's nothing. I would have liked to see another 2 years of Flair. Give me a scenario.
So what if it's a Sting situation where he goes away, he does his retirement, he goes away for like a year and a half, and then shows up in AEW, similar to what Sting did, and has a run there like that, just part time.
Okay. I will present this to Rich. Do you think? And legit question for the chat too. Do you think that Sting being in AEW, if it was the opposite, if he wasn't doing the tag stuff, if he was only doing singles or mostly singles, and they were presenting him as a world title contender, what would the conversation around Sting have been? I don't know if it would have been great.
Right. That's a good question. They protected him very, very well in AEW. And I think he had for what it was, I think he had a tremendous last run in AEW. The presence was there. The aura was there. And you know what? He was doing nutty shit that he probably shouldn't have been doing. I think it worked to his benefit that he was in constant tag matches and then showing up during certain things,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He was very respected, and that changes a lot. Like when the fans actually respect you, like, okay, you're here, maybe you got a little bit of it, but I was always fine with it. Same with Flair. I always liked seeing him on TV. When he went to TNA, I mean, that match with Mick Foley was incredible.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
you have somebody that at a high caliber and he can still go and it's an attraction. People aren't going to switch the channel if Flair's on or if Hogan's on. That's the reality. People tuned in.
Jarrett's a good example too of just like an older guy who can go.
Jarrett's an older guy that could go, but I'm very curious what happened to that last year of Jeff Jarrett's career run. Remember that?
Yeah.
They were going to do that. What happened?
Yeah, who knows? I feel like this is that time in AEW where a lot of stuff that they were throwing at the wall didn't stick.
Like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Yeah.
I think it was more than that. This is like also when like they were doing the stuff with America's Top Team, which I always found very entertaining.
Did you like it? I loved it.
I loved it. And it was just dropped, right? Like out of nowhere, just like, all right, thanks. And that's it. Like they dropped a lot of stuff. I think the Jarrett thing was one of them.
Paige Van Zandt. I think something happened with Paige.
Okay.
I don't think I think maybe it was money. I can't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked her.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I liked her on TV. I don't know why. I really enjoyed that American style. It felt real. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It felt different and real.
Yeah.
What I heard is she wouldn't show up for training with Gangrel.
I wouldn't either.
Fair.
But that's because you think he's a real vampire.
Oh no, he is a real vampire.
You're like, I don't want to be in the same room with you're going to put me in a room with a real vampire?
One of the first moments I was like, he's actually like a sweet man. He did a shoot interview. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was an RF video, could have been, but it was shot at the Wrestling Universe on Francis Lewis.
Amazing.
And I was like, oh, he's just like a nice guy. Like, I don't know. That's the vibe I got from it. I mean, I watched it a long time ago. It could have been heinous. I don't remember. But I felt like, I'm like, oh, he's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember specifically watching that interview. You know what I did? It was probably like 2013 or 14. I took a Valium.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I took a Xanax. I took a Xanny. And I sat there on my Chase Lounge. And I put the WWE Network on Marathon on the screen. It was a WCW marathon. I was watching just shoot videos all day. It was the best day of my life.
To this day, the best day of your life.
To this day, the best day of my life.
Better than your wedding day, better than
my
the birth of your two kids.
The birth of my children. No, that was the best day of my life.
Just
I'm gonna write a song about it.
Nothing's ever gonna beat that high.
Best day of my life. All right. Anything else happen on Raw? Liv Morgan chose to face Stephanie Vaquer.
Great.
That was some segment. I couldn't believe the amount of just simping that was happening on my timeline when she came out. I can't believe it, but
yeah.
Listen, man, she's a Jersey girl.
Yeah.
She's a wild Jersey girl. You got to appreciate her. She's one of my favorites.
Oh, 100%.
Top. Jey Uso qualified for the men's Elimination Chamber on Raw. Bronson Reed suffered a bad injury.
Sucks, man.
He tore his bicep on TV, and it was not good. I mean, he tried to push through it, but I don't know. Something happened. I don't know where. Did you see where he could have tore it?
No, but that sucks, man, because he kind of I feel like he just came back from his leg injury, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he just came back.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
So is the Vision dead?
Dude, I would not
it's
go
cursed.
anywhere near that. It's cursed. I would not go anywhere near that group. I think they need to put Logan Paul in a bubble. Okay? He needs to stay in a bubble. Don't take him out. Put him in the case that his Pokemon cards are in, dude.
That's right. Put Royce in. Like Bronson. If Bronson's going to be out, get another big boy. Put Royce in there.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he would be I would love to see that. That's actually brilliant.
Yeah.
Put Hobbs in that group.
Because they kept saying his debut is coming soon. Right? So
this
why
is
not?
Does it tie into this? I mean, we're going to fantasy book. I'm going to listen. I want to change the way I'm viewing wrestling. Okay.
Okay.
And on Friday, we were talking about how you view wrestling versus me and how much more enjoyable pro wrestling is for you. It's not a chore to watch wrestling. Sometimes it's a chore for me because I think it's because I've gotten too into this analytical viewpoint. So I've been watching it as a fucking fan. Okay? Since Friday. And I'm enjoying it a lot more, right? To like
Yeah.
think of like, well, could they do this? Could they do that? Here's a great example. Paul Heyman issued a WrestleMania Open challenge for Brock. I like how Brock is not in the vision.
Right. He's like tangentially associated. He's like Red Man to the Wu-Tang Clan.
And so isn't he is Red Man to the Wu-Tang. That is, again, 10 out of 10 today, Rich. Maybe
Right.
I'm in love with you today, Rich.
Thank
Am
you,
I in
sir.
love with you
Aw.
today? I think a little bit. Oh, can I show you something?
I'll take it.
Are you boys ready for this? Okay. Okay. You know I'm going to Italy, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
In the summer, we're going to Sicily. I had these custom made. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh my God. Beautiful. Wonderful.
Look at this.
Wonderful.
Okay.
This is going to be your suntan outfit?
This is all I'm wearing. Look at these.
You can get away with wearing those on the plane.
I'm just wearing these everywhere. Everybody's mortified. This is all I'm wearing in Italy. I'm in Europe. I told everybody. I looked at my kids and I said, I don't want you to fucking judge me. I'm going to be smoking long lady cigarettes and wearing that Speedo the entire vacation.
Maybe a little robe action up top.
Yeah, the robe, but open. The robe. Oh, I do that anyway. Rich and I do the double-sided kiss all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what Issa thinks of these. Issa, I want your thoughts. What do you think of these? What do you think of these Speedos? If she gives me an answer I don't like, I'm flying down to Puerto Rico and I'm getting a Puerto Rican flag one.
It's fantastic.
Okay? I'm just telling you, people. So Paul Heyman comes out. Remind me, is Paul Heyman cool with CM Punk still?
No.
Okay.
No. So I do think Brock's opponent's going to be Obafemi, right?
That would be such a good one. But how about what if it's Royce Keys? Royce Keys comes out. You know, nobody addresses it. Nobody takes the challenge. It's at WrestleMania. He comes out and he bum rushes him, and something happens, and he's like counted out. It becomes like a schmaz. And that you continue a program with those two, and what a way to get him over.
Honestly, I would love it if you did something like that with Brock Lesnar, where this dude just shows up and destroys him super fast, and everybody gets that payday.
Oh, man, I you know what, they could do that too, but that would kill Obafemi, right? If they did that with him.
If they had Obafemi versus Brock and Brock wins,
yeah.
No, you'd have to have I would say do like a best of 3 with Obafemi and Brock. You know, Obafemi wins the first one. It's a WrestleMania shocker. Brock is shocked. You know, Brock wins the second one. And then the third one is like some nutty stipulation, you know, because I feel like those guys could sell tickets, you know, like Obafemi looks nuts. Brock will always look insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but so this guy, Slick and Mean, Logan. No, that's the wrong one. There it is.
Oh boy.
So commercial break is when
did you put your mic on?
Reed got hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I'm on air.
Yeah, he's back. Okay. So the commercial break.
Okay.
All right. Great. Thank you, MJ. Elimination Chamber coming up. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Let's just talk about the Elimination Chamber.
I know, he's scrambling my brain. This is why. Okay, do you remember when I said to you, MJ, we're going to go behind the scenes a little bit. Make sure everything is on low latency. You are always about a half a second on another planet because you're not in low latency. It's a fucking tin can from Michigan connecting here.
That is true. It's a tin can with a really long string.
He dug it underground though, so it won't get destroyed.
I like Elimination Chamber. It is also coming up this Saturday. And as I was watching Raw yesterday, I was like, wait a second, there's a pay-per-view this Saturday, or PLE, whatever it's called.
I did not remember this or realize this. It's the first time the United States Center will host a PLE.
Okay.
In 30 years.
Wow.
So what was that in 1996? What pay-per-view was that?
Let's see. 1990.
And that's the peak of the United Center, dude. 1996. I don't know. What was it? I mean, it's a great venue. So, and they'll definitely, I mean, it's a sellout. It's going to be packed. But
Yeah.
this looks like a good card. Women's Championship. Women's Intercontinental Championship, I should say. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee.
Great.
Okay. You know what? That crowd is going to eat that up tremendously.
Oh,
You
forget
got
it.
CM Punk versus Finn Balor. The crowd is going to eat that up tremendously. You got the men's elimination chamber, which is now we have all the final pieces. Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, Randy Orton, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Jey Uso. Are you going to have like a chant off between Trick Williams and Jey Uso? I think
so. Who's going to come out on top of this? Okay. I think Javon Evans has a great showing, but for some reason, my money's on Randy Orton for this one.
So, okay. So, obviously, whoever's winning this is facing Drew McIntyre, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I don't want it to be Jey Uso.
Okay.
Randy, Cody, unless you decide, like, okay, maybe we pass the torch to LA Knight for a little bit. You know, let's see what he could do.
All right.
I don't think it's Javon. I would like to see Trick. Again, I'm in a big Trick Williams thing right now because I really like his entire shtick.
Yes.
The whole shtick is great. So could it be him? I don't know. But I fear it's going to end up being Cody.
Okay. Do you go back to the well of Cody headlining WrestleMania like 4 years in a row?
He's the guy, you know.
He is the guy.
He's
the guy.
the chosen one. So I don't think they see it that way. I think they see it as like, no, he's our guy. So of course he's headlining WrestleMania. He's one of our main characters on our TV show.
I do feel like it's going to be a Randy Orton. I do think it's going to be Randy Orton this Saturday. I don't know why. I'm just like, oh, Randy Orton's winning.
I would be okay with that too, and it adds to a story that Randy winning that title is getting closer to Cena's title.
Right, exactly.
You know, you got a couple. You don't have too many more years of this. Randy, he's 45. How many times does he have the title? 13? 14?
Randy's 14, maybe. Okay.
You could do it. I mean, that'd be interesting. But the
MG, who's your money on? Yeah.
Yeah, who's your money on?
Honestly, probably Cody. I was thinking that the other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
and you have
I agree that it could be more interesting. Like I told you on the radio show, Andrew, that I wouldn't mind a 4-way or 3-way with Jacob Fatu being fit in there somewhere.
Well, that's the other thing, right? So he may be injected in that. So if it is Cody and Jacob Fatu, and I don't know if it is that, I kind of want it to be Randy Orton then. Like I don't.
Right.
Well, based on what happened on SmackDown, it could be.
Based on what happened on SmackDown, it could be. Yeah. Yeah, they could do a fatal 4-way. That's another option. Something wacky could happen. They could do a fatal 4-way. I'm curious about this. Women's elimination. You got Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. So the winner of this is going to face Jade
Cargill. Right.
And to me, the only possible person it could be is Rhea Ripley.
Not Raquel Rodriguez.
No, I don't want to see that, and I don't think anybody wants to see that.
Okay.
I think Rhea Ripley and her, that contrast, you know, the size, they're both so impressive looking. Jade is so impressive looking, and so is Rhea. I mean, they are, they are just chiseled, and they look great. They got a great look. They got a great.
Yeah.
I think it would be perfect for that to be it. You know, Jade could drop it to Rhea. Rhea could lose and still not be affected, and you really get Jade over a little bit because she doesn't defend this title ever, or one defense. I don't know if she could pull that match off. Alexa Bliss, she can't. I think that would be too much of a problem.
Okay.
I don't think Asuka would draw it. I don't think Kiana James should be it. There's only a couple people.
I'll go with your Ripley, but I would like the Raquel Rodriguez just because I feel like they're priming her for like bigger things.
I like her too. I don't know, like but it's WrestleMania in my mind. It's WrestleMania. It has to be the biggest names.
Yeah.
And you have a story here you could tell. I mean, just the visual, right? That visual, if they're zoomed out and they're zooming in and they're face to face, these two. I mean, how could you not? I think the problem here is that I think Jade will make Rhea look small.
For sure.
She's 5 foot. You know what? She's 5'10". Rhea's 5'7".
Yeah.
But she'll still make her look small, which is such like a great babyface thing, right? Like when the Undertaker went up against the Giant Gonzalez and he had to look up.
Right.
Just so amazing of a visual. I think they could do something like that here.
Well, I do feel like you could do something here with Raquel Rodriguez winning and Liv Morgan winning, and then you have like that connection also at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You know what? That kind of makes sense too.
Kind of like the Benoit Guerrero year.
Yeah. That'd be nice to do it as heels. People would still get a kick out of it.
I think
Raw
so, yeah.
on Monday. Next week, Roman Reigns is appearing. Obviously, something with CM Punk there. WWE Intercontinental Championship on the line. Dominic Mysterio and Penta. Dragon Lee and Gunther announced. Want to go into AEW?
Yeah, AEW coming from this past week or the coming up show? The coming up show.
No, coming up. Yeah.
MJF and Hangman decide the stipulation for Revolution. MJF still has to add his. Now, as of now, it's Texas Deathmatch, right?
As of now, it's Texas Deathmatch. So he's now going to add. But it's a Texas Deathmatch, but if MJF wins, he can't ever challenge for the title again. Isn't that the stipulation?
Hangman can never challenge for. That's what Hangman said. He was like, "I'll never challenge for that." I got the ick when I heard that. Again,
oh, me too.
I'm just like, why would you go back to that again? And it's very rare that I'm just like, I don't take it for face value. But for some reason, it really stuck in my craw.
Yeah. Well, we have PTSD from Cody doing it. That's
exactly.
The problem.
You have Moxley versus El Clone.
Okay.
Brody King versus your new favorite, Mark Davis.
Oh, he's my new favorite, dude.
And Orange Cassidy versus Gabe Kidd.
Gabe Kidd is also one of my favorites.
Yeah. Do you like when he comes out on all fours?
Yeah, that's my favorite part, actually. Yeah. That's how you distinguish the difference between him and Moxley.
Yeah.
One walks on all fours, the other one walks upright like a human.
That you can't. That's true. The one thing about Andrew is you can't tell bald people apart.
No. I have bald blindness. Show me one. I've seen them all.
They have to do something different every time.
You got to do something silly, and I'm like, oh, that's the bald guy that dances. Oh, that's the bald guy with the mustache.
Oh, that's the guy that comes out on all fours. All right, cool.
And that's the bald guy that comes out on all fours. That's the bald guy that bleeds all the time.
That's what you call Moxley in our private conversations.
Yeah.
That's what he calls Moxley. He's
the bald guy that bleeds all the time. I'm like a dad describing like the fucked up features on their kid.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, your friend Mark, the fat one, the one with the lazy eye. That was my. What's a second? My friend Harry, right? My friend Harry. Harry's a Marine, and
not horny Harry.
No, not horny Harry. But
okay.
My father always describes him as Harry. Your black friend that's a Marine.
Yeah.
All he has to say is, Harry, your black friend. I don't need the extra descriptor. Or Harry, the Marine. There's always like an extra descriptor. Oh, Rich? Your friend Rich with the glasses?
Yeah.
That lives in yeah, I know who Rich is. Your friend MG that lives in Michigan that digs holes? But also, my father has. My father has race blindness. He thinks everybody is Guyanese.
That is true.
I think I inherited the blindness from him. I just all bald people look the same to me. He thinks everybody.
Your father loves
Guyanese.
the Guyanese people.
You have no idea. We surprise him and we go down to like Atlantic Avenue and get Guyanese food for him. We love Guyanese food in my house because I grew up kind of in that culture because my father's best friends were Guyanese and my wife had a Guyanese nanny growing up.
Oh wow.
So we just speak in like Caribbean English to each other. Have you seen my father do it? He switches it so fast.
I do know that your father loves that one super Caribbean song that he plays all the time.
5 cents dollar. 1 cent,
well,
5 cent, 10 cent dollar. That one? Yeah. He
loves it. Loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also got AEW Revolution on March 15th in 2 weeks, where we're going to see Hangman versus MJF. Listen, put the belt on Hangman for a little bit, right?
I can't comment on this title change situation.
Okay. Moving on then, AEW World Tag Team Championship, FTR versus Young Bucks. I gotta admit, I kind of lost interest in the tag scene after Lashley and Benjamin lost the belts.
I actually, you know what? That was around the time that I lost it, but for different reasons. I think they did it really wacky. Like,
yeah.
They had Private Party win the title, right? Private Party won the title. Why didn't the Outrunners win the title?
That's a good question.
They were so hot at that point. Why didn't they win the title? Around that time, I lost. Like, it got weird. And I don't understand why. I don't know if it was politics. I don't know what it was. But you could have really made them into another, attraction, the Outrunners.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
And
I agree with you 100%.
You just let them sit.
Yeah, it's like, again, it's very interesting to watch. Like, and this is not a knock on AEW. There's a lot of moving parts, but that moment when the Outrunners got super hot, that was the time to pull the trigger and put the belts on them, regardless if it was for like a week or 2 weeks or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Wonder why they didn't do it.
Whenever I spoke to someone at WWE about this, like, why didn't you do this? Why don't you do that? Right? I was having dinner with someone from there, and they said, like, listen, you guys only see what happens on TV, like, but sometimes, like, these people are maniacs,
right,
and they don't either they don't get it or they have some issues, and there's political issues, not political like Democrat, Republican, like internal. Sometimes people are just considered lazy, and you don't really see that on TV. But sometimes it's the way the management and the company reacts to talent is very different than what we see. They don't react just on what we see on TV, because if that was the case, we would have so many people having titles that never did.
Exactly.
There's a reason why Jake Roberts never had a title. There's a reason why Mr. Perfect never had a title. There's a reason why Rick Rude did not have the title. There are a lot, and I'm not saying that they're political or whatever, but there's always a reason, and that was his point to me. There's always a reason why certain things happen that, he gave me an example of a program that they had. This was an off-the-record conversation.
Yeah.
And it just, one of the people did not want to play ball. And they were unhappy. They were going to get an elevation, okay? Whoever this person was,
right.
They were going to get a major elevation in their positioning. I mean, they weren't a low card guy or girl. They were on the cusp. And when they came to them to talk about this, it became like oh, why are we doing this? Oh, there's a reason why we didn't do this in the past.
Very interesting. See, that stuff is fascinating. Now, if you were a wrestler, let's say you were like an upper mid-carder, would you politic the shit out of The Office?
I'm very political to begin with, so I would 100% be in that mix. I'm very political when it comes to work. Like, I mean, you know a lot. You know about how I function.
Boss, put the belt on me.
Boss, put the belt on me, all right?
Put the belt on me.
I think you have to be political. It's not a bad thing. Like I have this conversation with someone at Warner all the time. Like, we've become friends over the years, right? Like, I get a martini with this person, twice a week in the city. And it's a different way. It's a different, and I tell this person, I'm like, no, you know, like we talk about like a lot of inside stuff. You got to be political. And you can't be afraid to motherfuck somebody if it's going to elevate you. I'm sorry. Like, that's just how it is. Nobody thinks about, when you want your raise, you don't think about me making more money. You think about your raise. So you don't have to politic to get what you want. It's just how the order is. Just how the order is. The new world order.
It's always very interesting when you hear backstage stuff of like, oh, this guy didn't politic at all, you know, and you're kind of like, oh, that makes sense, you know, or like probably like younger.
Danielson is a great example of that. Danielson doesn't politic. Danielson would say no to things that he thought was stupid, but he was such a nice guy,
right?
That, you know, he didn't come off as, he came off as, what was that aptitude test, and he failed it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The fucking guy just wants to wrestle. He's like one of the nicest like human beings to do what he does in a business filled with monsters.
That is such an interesting pull, because that was like on an episode of what, like Total Bellas, like from 10 years ago.
That he failed his aptitude test.
Yeah, that's hysterical. When is the AAA Rey de Reyes show?
Do we have this? It's soon, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no date on this. Oh, it's March 14th. Okay,
so day before Revolution.
Yeah, day before. I like these shows. You know,
can I call him Can I call him the name that I call him, and you correct me every time?
Sure. Yes.
El Hijo del Vikingo.
It does make me giggle when you say Hijo. Hijo del Vikingo will challenge Dominic for the AAA Mega Championship. And again, this weird stipulation: if Mysterio wins, Vikingo can't challenge for the title as long as Dominic is the champion. But if Vikingo wins, Dominic Mysterio must leave AAA forever.
I mean, Dominic can't lose.
Right.
He's such a huge draw for. I mean, it's helping him on TV here. Like, it's not that he's only Mexico's benefiting from this.
Right.
He's benefiting all across. Like, it's transitioning, or to what he does on Raw. I do want to say, I wish I had a Hispanic mother or grandmother or aunt that would call me mijo. I've always wanted that in my life.
It's kind of
no one's called me darling. Darling doesn't sound as nice as mijo.
Darling.
Darling.
Because darling could be used very sarcastically.
Do you darling people? I've never darlinged anybody.
It depends. It depends on the person.
I might love people all the time.
Yeah. Okay. No, it depends on the person.
And then I give them a kiss on the lips. Like I'm the former host of Family Feud.
I forgot his name, but the guy, he would kiss Richard Dawson. Kiss every woman on the lips. And you know what's weird? For the most part, I would say 99% of the time, they were into it. If you look at those if you look at those old Family Feud clips, it's really bizarre to see like this craggly older guy just smooching on these young women, and the young women are just like, oh my God, he's gonna kiss me. That was like his thing. Apparently, he had very strict rules about who he was gonna kiss, and he demanded that. I want to say he demanded that all the female contestants got tested before they came on the show.
I would hope so.
Yeah,
I would hope so.
Just smooching.
What? Can you imagine there was a time that if you were like a handsome enough guy, you could just go up to women and be like, "Hi, darling," and just kiss them on the lips?
Smooch them if you're on TV. It's very weird.
And on
women.
TV.
Yeah. It's very bizarre. Just watch those old Family Feud clips.
Would you punch him?
If
your wife is on Family Feud, Vicky's on Family Feud, and this old man comes in, I'm going to fight the man.
I would do one of those things where like I'd put my hand in like right in front of his lips.
No, dude, I would be like, why aren't you smooching me?
Why are you smooching this guy again?
I want to smooch. I want to smooch.
That's a really good question, because
no. I want him to smooch me, not my wife.
Oh, well, what was it, like early 80s, late 70s that this was happening?
Oh, this was like mid 80s, dude.
And at the time, was it like, oh, you got like if you were talking with Jess and Jess ended up on Family Feud, would the conversation be, well, you gotta smooch him, You got to smooch the guy.
Yeah, you got to smooch. Yeah, that would have to be the conversation.
Like, you got to. If he goes in for the smooch, you got to smooch him. It's, you can't not smooch Richard Dawson. So stupid.
So stupid. So stupid.
Pagano and Psycho Clown versus the War Raiders for the AAA World Tag Team titles. That's where they are.
That is where they are.
La Parker versus the original Grande Americano versus two pending opponents. This is to determine the number one contender for the AAA Mega Championship. Great. Hijo del Wagner Jr. versus Santos Escobar for the AAA Latin American Championship. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Very into it. Hey, I got a couple questions for you before we do Q&A, okay? We'll do a rapid fire Q&A because we went a little long here. But
yeah.
Who's in the box? Or what's in the box?
Jericho? We've said Jericho in the past. I kind of really want it to be Jericho. I want it to be Silly and Jericho.
Okay, I have two.
Okay.
I have two. One is it's not Jericho, but it's his list.
Okay, fair.
And I'll tell you why.
A giant list at this point, yeah.
They received the box, so that means do not open till Elimination Chamber. Jericho can't be in that box.
Okay.
Right? If they brought the box out the day of, I could understand, but Jericho cannot be in the box. A list could be in the box, right? And it's just a long list. Since they open it up, like in the ring, they're like, what the hell is this? And his music hits. Okay?
Right.
That's one. I'm just fantasy booking this. I know that there's a contract freeze possible, whatever. Therefore, my theory is that it's a Danhausen.
I would love
Why is it a Danhausen? Danhausen could sustain being in a box for weeks on end.
Yes.
Because he's a fucking ghoul!
Inject a little bit of that silliness into the pro wrestling, and I think we'll all be happy for it, But at what point during the show?
Okay. I think they should bring it out after CM Punk wins his match. And it's addressed to Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Pepsi Phil. That's what it says. Pepsi Phil. And it was like, oh my God. And they open it and it's Danhausen. And he pops out.
I would love
and
that.
he becomes the Jimmy Hart to CM Punk.
I would also love that.
Okay. And you know what his WrestleMania match is? And he wrestles at WrestleMania against Aleister Black because he doesn't like, and he starts doing his things and it doesn't work on Aleister Black. And he's like, your powers are far more than mine. Ooh,
I would love that. I think that would be hysterical.
I have a
Why
theory.
aren't they hiring me? Why aren't they hiring me?
Go ahead, MJ. What's your theory?
Sorry. So I thought about this. So we talked about this the other day, and I think it's going to have something to do with. It's going to be a letdown. It's going to have something to do with WrestleMania. Maybe a new trophy, something they're going to defend. I think it's going to be something like that.
No, because there's always you can't. You gotta debut something in the box. You can't have it be in like nothing. It has to lead to somebody.
I think it's going to be affecting a match at Mania.
I'm telling you, if it's just like if it's like a stupid like title or like a ladder to Jim Cornette is gonna lose his mind.
It's the Andre the Giant
statue
trophy.
Oh my God, is it like a Hulk Hogan trophy? Oh,
could you imagine?
Oh, maybe it is.
I think it's something
a Hulk
like
Hogan
that.
Statue.
I like your theory of the list. I think that would be hysterical.
Thank you.
It's got to be something. It's got to be something interesting, right? Because I feel like we're all talking. We've been talking about this for like a week and a half.
Yeah, and also Ring of Honor. I don't know if you guys have questions about Ring of Honor. I will tell you, I have no information on Ring of Honor.
Is Ring of Honor in the box?
Is Ring of Honor in the box? Well, no, but they do have a TV. They are doing TV tapings in a soundstage now, which I very much like.
Oh, yes.
I like that idea. I hope it works out. All right, let's do our questions because I'm leaving in 10 minutos.
Do you want to quickly, guys, send us your questions. Super Chat will get moved up. We'll get bumped to the front of the line. You want to do this quick thing at the end here? We have, what's your level of excitement for your promotions? Andrew, are you excited about WWE?
Around WrestleMania season, yeah, but
this is the time.
It's less and less every year. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's after like Rumble going into Mania is when I'm the most excited for WWE, and then like SummerSlam.
I don't know. Do you think that Rumble kind of did not have the post Rumble hype because it was in Saudi Arabia and it doesn't feel real?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Did you catch the rerun on TV the other day?
Yeah, what was I watching? It was on Sunday night, right?
It was on ESPN. Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah,
they just they edited the shit out of it, but it was just interesting to see it on TV.
I'm curious what the numbers are going to be for that.
Mm.
Yeah, I do think we were talking about this on another show. I don't know if it was you, Rich, but I mean, I think they're gonna end up putting it on TV.
Okay,
it's gonna end up on TV. All right, questions.
We got one from Paul Anthony Moss here. If you want to put that up.
Greatest name.
Is Dave Bautista ever going into the Hall of Fame? I was at his last match in WrestleMania 35 back in 2019. It just seems weird that he's still not been inducted. Really? Is he not in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I guess they're waiting. There's no reason why he wouldn't be.
Well, remember he was supposed to go in, and they had announced it, and then they just reneged on it during COVID, I believe.
Yes,
what
it
happened.
was. Was that it? Was it COVID?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's right. And scheduling conflicts. So, all right, maybe this year.
Yeah. Maybe this year. Who else is a big name that's not in?
Do you think they're going to do a faction? Rock's not in?
Oh, let's put it. No, but I mean, you would hold him out. He still has time.
Wow, not official. Wow.
And also John Cena.
Jericho?
But I don't know if they would do John Cena.
Well, you got AJ this year, so I don't know if he's the headliner or not, but
yeah,
I would imagine since he's still on TV, he would be.
Right.
I read that as Detective Batista from Dexter.
I would love that. Detective Batista. Yeah, it's so fascinating. Jericho's a good one. So this year it's gonna be Steph, right?
Steph, yeah.
Steph and AJ so far. Okay. And The Undertaker delivered the news to both of them.
When is Vince going?
I think that's Undertaker's new title, Curator of the Hall of Fame.
Oh, dude, did you see that Vince speeding video?
No.
Oh, dude, you know when he crashed the Bentley?
Oh, yeah. And he's wearing
the video
his gym clothes.
The body cam.
Yeah,
the body cam is out. And it's bonkers. He's like, I'm a fool. I'm an effing fool.
This fucking guy.
And he's like, the car's too fast. I haven't driven it. I mean, you know what? A great excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm a fool. I'm old. This car's way too fast to drive. I drove it too fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nuts. He looks nuts.
He crashed into he is nuts. He crashed into somebody. Why the fuck are you driving 150 miles an hour?
Right. Probably didn't even realize it.
I need to go fast.
We got another question here from Brian Knight. MG, can you put that up? Will TKO let WWE slash ticket prices before WrestleMania?
I think they're gonna do 2 4s and buy 4s and buy me's and get one frees and because what is it at 38,000, 39,000 now? They'll have 40,000, and it's Vegas. You know how many comp tickets there are for Vegas?
Oh yeah.
You know how many of those hotels are buying those tickets? I don't think people realize how that works. That's what drives Vegas business. They buy up a nice chunk of main attraction tickets, and they give it to their high spenders or they give it to whoever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually worse than you would imagine. With 37,000 sold, I mean, unless they're not talking about the unallocated, guaranteed 5,000 or 6,000 tickets or 10,000 tickets, whatever they're doing.
Right.
But I got to talk to Russell Tix. I'm curious because he would know. I'll message him and I'll find out because I'm very curious about that because I understand how Vegas does these things for a number of reasons. But I'm very curious about the low ticket sales at this point in the game.
Right.
We'll see. I think they're going to have to do something for sure.
Oh yeah. MG, that looks like it does it for questions unless you can find something back there. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. I think that's it then. Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Did I have anything to say? Let me think. I have nothing else to report today. I'm
Yes,
sitting on something.
I also have nothing else to say.
All right, guys. That's it for this week. Love each and every one of you. If you want more Matt Men, if you want more Andrew and Rich, I should say, tune into Matt Men every Friday, 10:30 Eastern on the Matt Men YouTube channel. Also streaming on my X account. And then I do Wrestling Observer Live on Sundays on the radio. I'm a radio guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
All right.